99% of businesses right now using AI are getting absolutely garbage outputs, and you know it. It's a complete waste of time. But the 1% who understands this framework I am about to show you, they're going to print money in 2026. Over the last 2 years, I've helped clients generate millions of dollars using AI in this exact 4-part agent framework. This framework, it works for every single business. But there are 5 niches that have the biggest unfair advantage right now. And within these 5 niches, there's 25 verticals that are perfectly positioned. I'm going to show you those 5 niches in a few minutes, but first, you need to understand the 4-part agent framework that makes this whole thing work. You're already ahead of 99% of the people just by watching this video, so thank you. But the 1% who act are going to print money. The other 99%, they're just going to keep getting the same ChatGPT generic BS outputs. But before we get started, hit the like and subscribe button to stay up to date with more videos like this. Also, it helps more businesses like yourself integrate AI properly. Because right now, most businesses are using ChatGPT and Claude, all these tools, and getting generic outputs. They ask a question, they get the answer. I know you're feeling this way because it is one of the biggest frustrations most businesses come to me with. It's like the tools just keep spitting out the same answer and they're not getting smarter. And the problem, you're just skipping the most important thing, following the 4-part agent framework. Here's what it looks like. There are 4 parts to building successful AI in your business. And if you miss one, that's when you get the generic ChatGPT BS outputs. But if you nail all 4, this is where you really start making money. Here's the 4-part agent framework. There's your input, your prompt, the human in the loop, and your output. That is it. That's it. But there's a catch, and this is what separates the 1% from everybody else. You don't start at the beginning, the input. You start at the output and work backwards. Now, let me break this down for you in a non-AI way so it clicks. As you can see, I've got my mirror board open here so I could break this down. The input, this is the inspiration. I just want to break these down individually. This could be client information. It could be onboarding. It could be transcriptions. It could be sales calls. It could be research. It could be articles. It could be website information. It doesn't matter. This is the input. It feeds it into the business. The prompt. This is like an SOP in your business. The steps that tell the agent what to do. And I'm not going to dive into building a prompt because that gets technical. Then there's your human in the loop. This is the expert or the person responsible for that task. Pretty straightforward. And then there's your output. What is the final output that you're looking for? And I use the example in this because we need to work backwards. This is what we've said. We need to work from output to human in the loop to prompt to input because it makes the input much easier and it makes building the prompt super simple. Let's say you're hiring somebody into your business and you're getting them to write a email for a client. So it's like you're an agency and you write emails for e-com brands or whatever it may be. Doesn't really matter. When you hire them, you show them what good looks like. Take this example that we've done in the past and understand what is good. When you're writing these, I am going to review them before you send them out. This is the trainer here, the human in the loop. So you've given them an example of what good looks like based on your strategies, based on your frameworks, based on your proven model. Then you have somebody who's teaching them, the expert, say yes or no. Is this right or wrong? Follow these steps on how you write this output. And then all you need to do is go to the web and take this information here, this client information here, this client information here. Input. That's it for every single part of your business. This is how it works. If you look at it like you're hiring somebody into these 4 parts and not even including AI, it starts to make sense. And it really does. So again, I want to repeat myself. The output, you have to start there. Do you have that final output that you are training the agent or human on what to do? Yes? Okay, great. Who is the person that's going to approve that as you're training them? That is the expert. That's the human in the loop. Do you have the steps broken down on how you're going to get to that output? If yes, great. Now you just continue to feed more input, more inspiration into the 4-part agent framework. There is nothing else to this. It is that simple. And this is why people continue to get it confused. And that's why, and that's how the 1% think. The output, the human in the loop, the prompt, the input. Start with the end in mind and work backwards. This is the 4-part agent framework, and it literally works for every single business. There's no additional steps you need to have successful AI. There really isn't. After years of doing it, I haven't seen it. But this is where it truly gets interesting. There are 5 specific niches, like I said, that I believe have the biggest unfair advantage right now. And the 1% who act are going to print money in 2026. And I'm going to pop them up on the screen. If you're in one of these niches and you follow this 4-part agent framework, you are going to make so much money, it's not even funny. And this is not random. I spent 2 years helping clients across these niches generate millions. These businesses are perfectly positioned. Now, within these niches, there are 25 specific verticals that have the biggest advantage. I'm not going to break down the whole list here, but I put together a full breakdown in the link below for you to see the different verticals and understand this stuff a little bit more in depth. You can check out the verticals and you can see exactly where your business fits. Now, why these 5 niches? That's going to be for another video I'm going to create. So if you want me to break this down and why these niches have the unfair advantage and the similarities between these verticals, just comment vertical below and I'll create a video for it. But here's what I can tell you. These businesses have repeatable processes, expert knowledge, and high value outputs. That's the unfair advantage. The 1% who act, again, are going to make so much money. The other 99%, they'll keep getting the same generic outputs. Your competitors are already building these systems. If you're in one of these niches, you need to act now. So here's what you need to do. I just gave you my exact 4-part agent framework. This is what I use every single day for ourselves and for our clients. Input, prompt, human in the loop, output. That's it. But remember, start at the end. Now you can go build this for yourself. But here's the thing. The 1% who act will be the ones who make money in 2026. You're already ahead by 99% of people just by watching this. So again, thank you. And if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. I'm going to be breaking down each of these verticals in future videos, and I don't want you to miss them. The question now is, are you the type of business owner who acts or the one who just talks about acting? I know that you're busy. I know that you've tried AI before and it didn't work. You're with 99% of the market, but let's bring you into that 1%. I've helped millions of clients go from zero to millions of dollars using this exact framework, and you can too. If you're in one of the 5 niches, comment what niche you're in below. I'm going to be breaking down and building custom videos with the exact agents, workflows, strategies for each of them. The one that gets the most comments, I'm going to start there just because that's where the most interest is. But I'm planning on going through all of them. Again, the link with the full list of the 5 niches and the 25 plus verticals is in the description. And I want to repeat myself, the 1% who act are going to make so much money. Just, are you going to be one of them? But as always, stay dialed.